M. Night Shyamalan's The Visit was one of the most pathetic excuses for a horror film that I have ever seen. And I wouldn't exactly rank it among the worst, because there were plenty of other incompetent pieces of shit to fill those spots. I would say that this is one of the most overrated. Many people consider this to be the return to form for M. Night after his shitfire career, and okay, I get why you think that, but just let me explain why you're wrong. To do that, we're gonna need to go through his career. He started out strong because his first movie was The Sixth Sense, which was pretty fucking good. My nitpicky ass would rip it to shreds in a review as far as illogical crap, but overall, I could tell it was made by a filmmaker with a vision, and it's one of those that I respect, but I don't revisit it that often. Then he made Unbreakable and Signs, which are both really great too. The public doesn't seem to like them as much as The Sixth Sense, but I like them more. Then he made The Village, and people were like, that was kind of boring, and I think was one of the first movies I'd ever seen where the ending kinda just ruined the whole thing. After that, he made Lady in the Water, which is awful, and people fucking knew it. Then he made The Happening, which is literally one of the most hilariously terrible films I've ever seen in my entire life. I will review it one day in depth. It is so bad. He followed that up with the live-action Last Airbender, which I don't even need to talk about, and then After Earth, which is yet another pile of complete dog shit. The last three are all literally among the worst movies ever made. He's become a meme at this point, and he knows it.
And it's getting worse. They're like, it's almost like, go away.
So his next movie was The Visit, and it came out in 2015. And it's not among the worst movies ever made. It's just a regular bad horror movie. And I guess people consider that to be a return to form? Just because it's not a movie that rapes your eyeballs, people are like, hey, congratulations, you did it, way to go, 10 out of 10, perfect, congratulations. So The Visit opens up with a mother literally spilling exposition directly into the camera.
Told the kids, they said they wanted to go. I told them I didn't want them to go. They said they were gonna go anyway.
I don't want my kids to go, but here, let me drive them to the train station. I love how the children's dialogue is so accurate to how kids speak in real life.
I'm on the text with two separate girls.
It's important you put the word separate in there in case we thought they were conjoined twins.
Oh, and of course their phones won't be able to work, but grandma's got like the fastest Wi-Fi on earth, and they're able to use their laptop to Skype with their mom. If you've ever used Skype before, you should know that it is incapable of creating a picture this clear. Which leads me into one of my biggest issues with the film. M. Night Shyamalan is constantly spending more money to make the film less realistic. Take their cameras, for instance. The girl says,
This is the first camera that Mom found in the damaged goods bin.
I'm pretty sure the damaged goods camera would not be this high definition. Hell, if you watch behind the scenes footage, you'll see the big ass rig that they're really using. If you're using that, then what's the point of the movie being found footage? Shouldn't you be using the camera that the characters are using? It will cost you less money and make the film more realistic. But why put forth any real effort? I get it, most people don't think about this or even notice it really, but I definitely did. And to say that I shouldn't care about that or focus on those elements completely devalues the filmmakers that do put forth this effort. Movies like The Blair Witch Project, Wreck, or VHS are legitimately terrifying because of the lower quality and cheaper look of the films. It gave them such an authentic vibe, and they all felt like they really happened. And guess what? All three of those movies collectively probably cost less to make than The Visit, and they're all each 100 times better and scarier. In The Visit, it's like they won't even let the kids hold the camera. That's totally the kid moving from behind the camera to in front of it, and not some camera operator doing it for them. Fuck me, this young teenager is able to adjust the zoom and the focus simultaneously and perfectly with one hand while moving from behind the camera to in front of the camera. Can you see the lack of effort? It's clear that M. Night just took more of a Paranormal Activity approach. During the daytime, it's funny and the characters act silly, but at night is when things get spooky. At least that's what M. Night's intention was, but it actually had an opposite effect on me. During the nighttime scenes, it was difficult to watch without laughing. and during the daytime scenes, I experienced something that actually gave me nightmares.
And you be in my band. We won't be just friends. You write inappropriate text and hit send. We share a Starbucks Frappuccino blend.
Pretty much the whole movie is the same scenarios over and over again, wasting time during the day boring me with unfunny jokes.
Why?
I think it would sound better. Like if I stubbed my toe, I'd say, "Ah, Shakira."
Then nighttime scenes of grandma acting weird and rinse and repeat for the entire thing. There's a point during the day where the boy finds a barn full of Pop Pop's poopy diapers. Then grandma uses oven cleaner on just the camera of the laptop, and the main girl doesn't think it's weird at all. Also, grandma chases them like a possessed fucking demon dog, and once this scene's over, the characters just kinda don't care that it happened.
They crawled after us under the house.
Playing hide and seek.
You guys played hide and seek under the house? I still love that!
Carrie Underwood.
Gee, just bear with us a couple of days.
I'm sorry, but why don't you want to tell your mom that your grandma is acting like she needs an exorcism? So then Pop Pop explains that grandma has a condition called sundowning, which causes her to act insane at nighttime.
I downloaded the definition of sundowning.
You downloaded the definition of sundowning? So the boy tells us a story about how he couldn't bring himself to tackle another kid in football because he was too big of a pussy. I wonder if that's gonna be reincorporated later. Jump scare! Wait, if it's revealed that grandma just has a condition, then what's with that fake growl sound effect? I don't know what aggravates me more, a movie using a stock sound effect to overlay something that's already scary and ends up ruining it, or when a movie uses a stock sound effect to trick the audience into thinking what they're seeing is scary. If you really have to add these fake-ass noises in post-production, then maybe what we're seeing on screen isn't scary at all. It's just an old fucking lady. She's old. Why do these movies insist on old people and little children being frightening? She's old and weak. Just kick her, or push her down some stairs or something. Fuck. Tell them about transgenders. They'll have a heart attack, and you can make it look like an accident. So then the twist happens.
Becca, Tyler babies. I need you to listen to me very carefully. Becca, Tyler, just listen to me.
They weren't saying anything.
Those aren't your grandparents.
Seriously, I cannot watch this without thinking about that episode of SpongeBob.
Oh, that's right, honey. We don't have a son.
Oh, yeah.
So now their mom is coming to save them, and the grandparents decide to play Yahtzee. This is where the sister just abandons her little brother with these psychopaths to go search the basement. And this is when the most iconic scene of the movie happens.
Katy Perry.
I genuinely can't tell if it's trying to be scary or funny here, but the only emotion I'm feeling is uncomfortable confusion. So then Pop Pop chases the girl around the basement for a while, and of course she's still recording with her camera light on in this otherwise pitch black basement, and it doesn't alert him at all. Oh look, Grandma is acting like a cat. So then we go back up to the boy, and Pop Pop shoves one of his poopy diapers into the kid's face. This is probably the first scene of the entire movie where I feel the emotion that M. Night wanted me to feel. Good job, you did it. Congratulations. It was a poopy diaper. Good job. Oh no, Grandma's a cat again. So the kid finally redeems himself and tackles the old man because remember earlier there was that totally pointless bullshit scene of that kid in the football. Yeah, reincorporation, motherfucker. See, this could have maybe been effective if the first scene was not so blatantly forced into the movie. So the kids get out safe, and this is how M. Night chooses to end the movie.
I may be 13, may not live in the hood, may not carry no chrome, may not be allowed a cell phone at dinner, but I'm young and can do 18 push-ups, and I speak the truth.
Fuck me. So yeah, I did not enjoy The Visit. It was not as bad as M. Night's other movies, but I'd much rather rewatch those before this one. At least they have me laughing at the incompetency. This one is just a boring, generic found footage movie, and I'm probably never gonna watch it again. I'm gonna give The Visit a 3 out of 10.